Hello and welcome to Chapter 7. Chapter 7, focus on the bright spots. If you are engaging in the learning around onward and resilience according to the calendar that I laid out and imagined and hoped for, then you're starting this in the beginning of December. And for those of you who are following along in the plans for this book, according to the months here, congratulations, because you're halfway through this curriculum for building your resilience, or these strategies and tools. And so I realized we're at the halfway point. I really would love to hear from you, hear how you're finding the strategies, the workbook, the ideas, and more than anything, just how you're sensing your resilience growing and building. So this month, the focus is on shifting your awareness, honing your awareness on your strengths, your assets, on what is going well, on the bright spots. So to do that, I thought a great way to get started would actually be to reflect on last month's area of focus, which was take care of yourself, and to take just a moment to think about what you learned about taking care of yourself, what you learned about what your body needs, what you need, how you define self-care. I would love to hear from you. If you want to put it in the comments to this video, some of the things that you learned, new insights, new practices. Again, even if you just had insights, that's okay. Even if you didn't eat kale every day, that's okay. One of my big insights, I'm doing the Onward workbook along with hopefully everybody or you. I'm doing a lot of the activities, almost all of them. I'm reading along the chapters each month just to see what it's like. One of my big insights this month was that self-care meant a different thing to me on different days. And then I needed to kind of stay open to what it could mean and what my body would tell me I needed. I walk a lot, and that feels really good to me. And then there were a few days where I realized I didn't want to walk, and my body, particularly because I live in the Bay Area where we had the smoke from the horrible, devastating fires up in the Chico Paradise area of California. So there were about 10 days when we weren't supposed to go outside because the air quality was so bad. And so there was that, which was telling my body, you don't want to walk. You don't want to get vigorous exercise right now. But then there were other days where I just realized I was just tired and I didn't need it. And that was okay. I also remembered or learned, I think really just so much are things we forgot, how much I love to dance and how much music moves me and how good it is to dance. My son plays the congas. And the first weekend in November, he performed with his teacher and his band, a salsa band. And I went and I was videotaping my kid playing. So proud of him. He was playing along with all these very, very skilled grown-ups. And then I also put down the camera and just danced with my husband because the music was so great and it had been so long. So that was a good reminder. Self-care, lots of other insights, but I'd love to hear from you. And this is what I really want to encourage you to start with as you go into this month and thinking about your strengths and your assets. This is not an opportunity to beat yourself up about anything you did or didn't do last month. This is an opportunity to look for your moments of growth. One thing I want to read to you from page 179, connection between these chapters. The brain's negativity bias is exasperated by fatigue and poor self-care. So that's why the start of December is an optimal time of the year to focus on the bright spots, as we are often dragging ourselves to winter break. So taking some opportunities to, again, think about your strengths, your skills, your contributions, lots of activities in the workbook to help you do that, and also to explore how you respond to challenging moments, to what you perceive as difficult emotions, or emotions such as sadness. Because in order to fully appreciate bright spots and to see the entirety of a situation or of yourself, you also have to be able to see those other experiences. And so I want to just suggest that you flag page 186 of Onward. It's also in the workbook, but it's, well, I can't remember if this was in the workbook. I think it is. But this is a practice to use called RAIN, which I did not develop. It comes from the world of mindfulness meditation. And it is a practice to engage with your more uncomfortable emotions. And it's really critical. And especially as we go into holidays, which can raise a lot of uncomfortable emotions for people, I recommend that you spend some time with RAIN practice, again on page 186. That's it for today and for this welcome and introduction to chapter 7. Can I just say one more time how much I really want to hear from you? I have some friends, new friends in Madison, Wisconsin, who send me YouTube videos every month telling me about their experiences with Onward and their new learnings. And I'm just so grateful to hear, whether it is on social media or in the comments in this video or an email. As I think I say many times in many different places, so I hope I'm not being redundant, but writing a book is a really lonely, kind of weird experience. Like, this is my office, and this is where Onward was written, and the Art of Coaching teams. And I sit here alone, as I am now, day after day after day, writing. And let me just be clear on one thing. I actually love being alone. I love my alone time. I really, really do. I am definitely becoming more and more introverted as I age, but it's also just I have so much in my head, and so the alone time is the opportunity to explore it and understand and express it and figure out what it is that I think and feel. Anyway, I write all alone. Many introverts actually don't share early drafts of work with people. It's just part of our process. I loved learning that because it made me feel less weird about the fact that I don't share my writing until it's almost published. And I only share with a tiny handful of people. But I always wonder, like, is this going to resonate with anybody? Are these ideas relevant? Am I just kind of talking to myself here? And so it's just so meaningful when I get comments or feedback to know that it has an impact, because that's what I want with my life, is to have an impact. And so thank you for being here virtually. I know that you're there, and I can't wait to hear about how this chapter goes. Take care.